Sing song, yeah. I love us away the break of day.
11 before 9. Diana Ross, of course, singing a little bit of the title song from a new album, which is called Why Do Fools Fall in Love? It's been out for only 3 weeks. Not surprisingly, it's already climbing the charts. But Diana Ross is the sensational performer, is the Diana Ross that we're all familiar with. I mean, we know her that way, but this morning we're going to have a chance to talk with Diana Ross about another kind of part of Diana Ross, and that is a woman, I am told, who really has decided, I am going to take care of myself in every way, shape, and form. And you really are, aren't you? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm just fine.
You really are just taking charge and saying, I'm going to do it all myself in a lot of ways, aren't you?
Well, yes, I'm being more involved in the business part of my career, which I
Right.
think every artist should. I think you should know about your money and your banking and the things that I really were not concerned with at all for 20 years.
But, okay, you say you should, and it's good for a performer to do it, but you've got to have a reason, Diana. I mean, because there are other people, you can hire people to do those things so you can concentrate on singing or performing or whatever, right?
Well, I'm in a unique position now. It's been 20 years, and I'm just in the opportunity where I can make choices about my own career. I can decide what songs I want to do, and I really think I've had a few ups and downs where there's been a few rip-offs and I've made mistakes or signed the wrong papers because I was not knowledgeable about things. And I think it's time for everyone to really take a look at their business and find out, you know, the right people to trust, and then you can let go. I'm taking a class right now in legal contracts and things like that. Yes. Actually, I go to school at the New School.
Right, and that's
you know, whenever I can take seminars and classes, I do try to take one.
Now,
but
in
basically,
legal, why in legal? I mean,
well, I've always been interested in legal. I thought once that I might want to be an attorney, and but basically because if you sign the wrong contracts, you can really get yourself in a lot of trouble. And it's real, basically for me, I wanted to know that when my attorneys and when I hired the excellence around me, which are attorneys and business managers and whatever, that I could trust them, and also, not that I knew everything, but knew enough that would get me through. At least I was aware of some of the business things, especially contracts. They're very important.
It really is unusual, or it would seem unusual for somebody in your position to go to this kind of trouble. How did it feel when you found out the first time that somebody had ripped you off? Somebody in whom you trusted, apparently.
Yes, I was very, very hurt. And I could only keep my word if it was something I had said I would do. I would go ahead and do that. But when people steal money from you, and you do find, it was written in the paper that I had been actually ripped off, and I couldn't believe it. So what I did is just said, I won't deal with the past. I will start from now and move forward, and what I need to do is learn something about my own career. And I've had a wonderful career where I've really been taken care of and trusted. I mean, I've trusted a lot of people, and rightly so.
Had to. Sure.
Rightly so, because many of the things I would never be doing now if it wasn't for them. My relationship with Motown and Berry Gordy, Berry has taught me wonderful things over the years, so it's important that I take the lessons that he taught me and actually make them come to life now.
Now, this record, you really produced this record?
Yes.
I mean, most people perhaps don't understand what that means, but I mean, you have total say, right, over this LP.
Well, actually, I was involved in the lettering that's used, the colors that are used, the photographs that are used, the liner notes that I wanted to say thank you to very special people that have worked and surrounded me and went the extra mile in this album.
That puts yourself on the line, though. You're really putting you on the line by saying, I'm going to take total responsibility. I mean, if a song doesn't come out, you say, well, I didn't choose that song. If, you know, you don't like the album cover, you can say, I don't like the album cover. But you're taking it all on.
Well, actually,
Was that hard?
Yes. You know, I started my own production company, Diana Ross Productions, and I produced my last television special for television. And then all of a sudden I said, well, I would like to produce my album. It really wasn't planned. It just happened to be that I had given my word that I would have my album ready at a certain time. And so I just went about getting it done. And mostly, in producing, for me, what I did was really surround myself with the best and the talented people, and what I said was what I didn't like, because they supplied me with many things that I liked. And producing itself, to me, is basically making sure that you have all the right elements there.
And the right people around you.
And the right people around you. And that's really what my education is all about, and taking responsibilities.
Tell me about what it's like when you go to class or go to school? What was it like the first time you walked in?
Well,
all right, say your names, please. Where Miss Ross? Is Miss Diana Ross? Are you here, please? I mean, what? Come on.
it was the same. It was
Who's
like
here?
that. Actually, it was like that and wonderful because we sat there and everyone had to say their purpose in taking the class because it's really about copyrights and all of the background work, not the creative process. I'm in the process. I've had the opportunity through a close friend at Paramount Pictures to be able to produce my next film. And I'm very excited because it's a challenge for me, but I wanted to know what it is, the business part of really making a film. And so I spent a lot of time in the development process, finding out how a film is financed. And even though I've always been the actress in a movie, this time I'm more interested in the work of it. And I've been inspired by people like Jane Fonda.
That's right.
You know, and her production company. Also Goldie Hawn to do her work.
Thing.
Absolutely. So, and Barbara, of course, Barbara Streisand. So these are the women that inspire me to continue and to work hard in my production company. And I've gotten lots of properties coming in for the production company that's not just for me as an actress, but for packaging and putting together for other people.
Does the teacher treat you the same?
Yes, he does.
He really does?
Oh, I wanted to tell you, one of the students came up and said, we admire that you would even take the time to take a class like this because it must be challenging, and also she said that you would just throw yourself in and not be concerned about the superstar Diana Ross. She said, and you're learning. She said, we admire that. We're happy that you're here.
Diana, great to see you again.
And you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Diana's going to be with us again early next week. Back in just a minute after these words from Style Shampoo, 5 minutes before 9 right now.